histories are preserved in stone, others are carried through parchment, through memory, and through stories that travel quietly from one generation to the next. Yet, there are certain histories that seem to arrive by another path altogether. They reveal themselves through unfinished threads, through subtle absences, and through questions that continue to linger long after the page has been turned. The buried feminine belongs perhaps to this quieter archive. When moving through ancient texts, inherited traditions, and the long pathways of history, a pattern gradually begins to emerge. Certain voices appear in fuller detail, accompanied by commentary, interpretation, and preservation. Other voices remain present, yet their stories seem more difficult to follow, as though portions of the record have drifted beyond immediate view. She remains there, sometimes in a name, sometimes in a symbol, sometimes in a story that appears briefly before yielding the page to another. And yet, despite the brevity of her appearance, her presence continues to echo through the generations. The more closely one observes the record, the less this becomes a question of names alone. It becomes a question of memory. How does wisdom travel across centuries? How does continuity survive periods of change? How do certain forms of knowledge endure through relationship, through care, through lived experience, and through the rhythms of everyday life? History often preserves the memory of rulers, institutions, councils, declarations, and conflicts. Yet, beneath these visible structures, another current continues to move. She appears within households and lineages, within songs carried across generations, within customs repeated so often that their origins gradually faded from view, within forms of knowledge that helped shape entire communities while leaving only the lightest imprint upon formal history. As these patterns come into view, a series of observations naturally gives rise to further questions. How do stories change as languages change? How do meanings shift as traditions pass through different cultures, different centuries, and different hands? How much of a story survives when its names remain, yet its deeper context slowly recedes into the background? A figure may remain within the narrative while her fuller significance becomes increasingly difficult to discern. A story may survive while deeper layers of meaning wait quietly beneath the surface. Perhaps this is why the buried feminine cannot be understood through absence alone. Her presence continues to appear through memory, symbolism, intuition, embodiment, and through the quiet recognition that certain threads continue to emerge across civilizations, separated by great distances and vast spans of chronology. As this volume unfolds, several pathways begin to reveal themselves. One follows the women whose voices remained within inherited tradition, yet whose fuller stories became increasingly difficult to trace. Another follows the question of lineage itself, exploring how continuity, inheritance, and remembrance traveled across generations beyond the boundaries of formal history. Another turns toward the symbolism of the body, examining why themes of creation, nourishment, rhythm, and renewal became both celebrated and obscured within sacred traditions. And another follows the enduring presence of wisdom herself, appearing under many names, within many cultures, and across many ages, while carrying a thread that remains remarkably recognizable wherever deeper understanding is sought. Each scroll approaches the archive through a different doorway. Each follows a different thread. Together they form a broader tapestry of observation, inviting reflection upon the possibility that familiar stories may contain deeper layers than first appear. This volume does not seek to provide a final conclusion. Its purpose is to open a chamber within the archive and spend time with what is found there, to observe, to listen, to follow the patterns that remain visible and the meanings that continue to echo between remembered words. And through that process, another layer gradually begins to emerge. This is Volume 2, The Buried Feminine, an enduring archive, a continuing remembrance, and a collection of pages whose deeper story is only beginning to unfold. This volume begins here, though her archive extends further. The remaining scrolls within The Buried Feminine will continue through the Eterna membership archive on Patreon, where the inquiry moves into deeper chambers of reflection, remembrance, and exploration. There, the pages turn toward questions of lineage, wisdom, embodiment, continuity, and the woman whose stories continue to echo through the margins of history and inherited tradition. If these observations resonate with your own reflections, you are welcome to continue the journey there. The next pages await.